Hey guys, welcome back to a new video. Today I'm going to be making quite a big topic video. I'm going to try and keep it as short as I can. Obviously I'm going to explain some points into a lot more detail than others, but it's not going to be a rant. Now from the title and obviously the thumbnail, we're going to be talking about the state of Destiny 2. Now I think this has been coming for a long time now. Honestly, there's going to be some positives in this video because I know a lot of people are making rants, but I just want to pretty much put my word out there. Hopefully we can have a discussion in the comment section, and obviously we can have a good see what the overall gathering of the community is at the minute. There's a lot of key points I do want to talk about in today's video, but before we do start with the first topic, if you are new, make sure to subscribe because we are close to 25k subs, and if we could get that by the end of June, I would appreciate it a lot. Not only that, if we could get this video quite a few likes, I'm going to set the like goal to 50, so hopefully more people can see it, and hopefully you guys can share it around YouTube so that other popular Destiny, obviously YouTubers and that, can see it, and hopefully you guys agree with some of my opinions. If you disagree, leave it in the comment section. I want the comment section to obviously be what your guys' thoughts are and what the overall community at the minute is. But we're going to be talking about the state of Destiny 2, and jumping straight into it, we're going to be talking about the problems. Now I think we're going to start off with the negatives first so that we do have some positives at the end of the video so we don't end it on a bad note. But the problems in D2 at the minute, I mean there's so many to choose from, but we're going to start off with the meta. Now this meta is going to be PvP, and as you guys know, we're going to be talking about the Antaeus wards, the auto rifle meta. Now this by far has been the worst meta in Destiny. I mean the competitive scene, for me this is what's ruined Trials. Now Trials was bad, which is going to be another point we'll make later on, but it was bad. However, this meta, the Antaeus wards, should have been disabled months ago. They're still in the game, they're still working. Now I tried to withstand obviously using them for a long time, however they just didn't work. You can't outgun. Even if you're a better player, you won't be able to outgun an Antaeus ward. It's just simple as that. They're really overpowered and they need to get disabled. Also, AR's Summoner, Hardlight got a nerf, but it wasn't really that much of a nerf. It just sort of got a stability decrease, but that just stopped them from using Hardlight, so they swapped to Suros and Summoner. Now, you can't outgun an AR if you're on PC or console. You're probably more likely to on PC, but for console, you're going to get outgunned by an AR. Not only that, the Bastion fusion rifles on this game have been broken for so many months, and they need to fix that. But that is point one. That's going to be the PvP meta at the minute. Now my point two is going to be, obviously because I've played Destiny for years, pretty much 6 years now I've been playing Destiny. I've been playing since it first come out. And I can tell you now, if you haven't played D1 and you've come onto D2, there's so many things in D1 that were better than they are in D2, and that's not how it should be. It's a 6-year-old game, and some of the things that they had in are so good. For example, the grind. That is another point. The grind in D1 was so much better. Used to grind for months. I know one of my mates, he did actually get the icebreaker after like 2 years. It took him 2 years to get a certain gun. Now some of you will moan and say, oh, I want it now. But at the minute, Bungie, all they're doing is quests. Like the Fellwinters, it's a quest. We don't want quests, we want something to grind for. Because at the minute there's nothing. There's no weapon like the Galarone, the icebreaker, where when you got it, you were screaming, you were happy. It was something that was actually useful and something that you've been after for a long time. Same with raid weapons, they're so easy to get. The Fatebringer took me about 3 months, and that's doing 3 raids a week on D1 over and over again. But it had that grind, and that is something that there isn't in D2. So to improve this now, Bungie, if anyone from Bungie is watching this video, try and get it shared around Twitter. Improve the grind. It's so easy to do. For a starter, get rid of Zer. That engram he sells where you get a guaranteed exotic you've not got. Get rid of it. It's pointless. There's no point getting it because you're literally just geeing everyone exotic after exotic every week. There's nothing to grind for. Not only that, D1, the raids were so much better. These new raids are terrible. None of them are even good. Leviathan was okay. The other ones, not so good. Last Wish was okay. But Vogue, Crota, Taken King, there were so much better raids. And honestly, if you really wanted to, it's so easy. If you brought back all the old raids off D1, remastered them, obviously updated graphics, changed the mechanics, you could even bring back the weapons. It's content, it's literally there for you to bring back. And obviously, some people moan you're reusing content, but it's good content. And it'll bring back a lot of Destiny 1 players, which is the majority that did leave the community. Not only that, I want to talk about the vendors like Dead Orbit, Future Wall Cult. Now, why are these vendors not in use? They used to be one of the biggest things in the game to grind for, vendor packages, that sort of thing. They should be in. It's literally not hard. Even if you have to do bounties to rank them up, just bring them back with the shaders, Dead Orbit shaders. People used to grind for Dead Orbit shaders. Yet again, it's linking back to that grind. At the minute, there's nothing to grind for. Not only that, you got certain levels with a Cryptarch. You could upgrade your Cryptarch in D1. Now you can literally just decrypt a Prime Engram. But once you're max level, what's the point in a Prime Engram? Because you literally don't get anything apart from legendary shards. Now I'm ranting on a little bit about this topic, so we're going to move on pretty soon. But I just want to say it's so easy to bring back. The next thing I want to say is these seasons. Now these seasons are shit, to put it bluntly. They're absolutely shit. This recent one with Trials was okay, but they even messed up Trials, and that is going to be another point later on in the video. For me, these seasons have not been... They're too long, I think. Like, the amount of content you get is just not enough for the season. They should be shortened. I'd probably say 60 days. Now, pretty much at the minute, it's like 90, I do believe. I may be wrong on that. That's just off the top of my head, but shorten them down. Not even that, just bring a DLC out. I'm sure they can do it. The next big DLC is going to be September, I think, which is quite a long way away, guys. 4 months from now. So all we're going to be getting is these seasonal updates. But all they seem to be doing is changing the meta each season and bringing out, like, I don't even know, Trials, which was probably only the good season. But before, they had, like, Vex Protocol, Vex Invasion, that sort of thing. And they're just pretty much just the menagerie, just reskinned. So it's not really good, in my opinion. And they should definitely change the seasons. But let me know down in the comment section what you do think on seasons. Now, we are going to be talking about Trials. Now, Trials is what was one of the biggest things for Destiny 1. Now, when this dropped on Destiny 1, it was pretty much the best thing we've had for pretty much years in D1. It had brought back a lot of fans. A lot of people were enjoying it, even with the overpowered 2-thorn tap, like the thorn used to 2-tap. But it was still fun because the weapons and loadouts were actually good, and you didn't get sweaty teams every single game. Now, if you go on now, Trials on PC, there's cheaters, there's hackers, everything. If you go on console, there's DDoSers, and not only that, because it's card-based and not actually skill-based, you're matching teams that are just so good. You're either going to get a team that's really bad and you can 5-0, or you're going to find a team that you're going to literally get 5-0'd by. There's no in-between at the minute. And for me, that's a really big issue. And I know it is for a lot of content creators, because if you're just trying to play Trials, trying to play with your fans, you can't play with viewers anymore because the skill-based matchmaking isn't there. And obviously, because it's card-based, once you get to that 5 wins, you're pretty much not going to get flawless unless you're a top-tier player. And that is why when Trials came out, it had so many viewers because everyone was hyped for it and wanted to actually play it. But after a few weeks, what were the point? Because it was just full of tryhards, it was just Antaeus wards, summoners. Like I said, that links back with a point. Get rid of them and it will probably be better because a lot of people will start to play it again. Not only that, what's the point in going flawless? You literally don't get any specific loot that's any better. In D1 you used to get adept versions which were better, they had elements on them rather than just standard guns. and there was actually something to go to the lighthouse for, unlike now where you can literally get a summoner at 3 wins, obviously all the armour from the wins. Only thing you get for going flawless is actually the glow around your armour, which is really stupid, and that is why Trials is failing at the minute. Now there are some really good points in D2. Now the dungeons, the 3-man raids, the mini raids are so good. Pit of Heresy, and obviously the other one on Last Wish, really good. You can't fault them for that. It was something obviously in D1 we didn't have, and it was a good addition to the game. Now I do want to talk about another topic that happened recently, and that is obviously the Fell Winters. Basically it's a quest again, which I totally disagree with. It should have been a drop in Iron Banner, a really rare drop where you can actually grind for it, because at the minute not many people play Iron Banner, because what's the point? It's the same weapons every single time, and obviously once you've got them all with god rolls, there's nothing to play Iron Banner for. It's stressful. But if they would have done Fell Winters, done it at a really high percentage drop rate, would have encouraged more people to play it, and obviously you're getting more people on each day grinding it, and that's where they're lacking at the minute. Not only that, there's so many weapons that they can add back, and obviously if they brought back the old raids, it's another grind. Now grinding, it pretty much is what Destiny was good for, and that is what they got rid of in D2. Now I know I'm rambling on, and obviously I'm trying to do this really quickly, and obviously we can have a discussion in the comment section. But another good point about D2 is the Nightfalls. Now for me, I do prefer these Nightfalls. I think they're so much better than they was in D1 with the different difficulties, and obviously you've got that high-end PvE gameplay with obviously the Grandmaster, and it's something that the PvE players didn't really have in D1. So that is a good thing. Now the last point I want to talk about, which is going to affect a lot of people, and it's already started to happen. This is literally the reason why I made this video, to discuss this, and I want to know your guys' thoughts. I recently watched a video of Cruiser. Now if you don't know who Cruiser is, he's pretty much been a Destiny player for so many years. I've watched him for years, and he does have around about 250k. And he's quit playing Destiny. He quit in December, and he doesn't really upload that much anymore. And he said he's not going to upload Destiny anymore. And I've seen so many content creators doing this, quitting the game. And that is bad for everyone. Not only does it encourage people to stop playing, it also, obviously, if people aren't making videos on the game's not getting promotion, and it's not getting new fan bases, so not new people. No one's coming to the game, and obviously if the YouTube is not getting as many views, there's less people watching the videos, therefore it has a negative impact on everyone, because if there's less players, Bungie are going to get less money. If there's less players, there's not going to be as much content. So we do really need a big update to come soon into Destiny. Like I said, there's so many good points about Destiny 2, but there's so many bad points about Destiny 2. And I can see a lot more content creators, streamers quitting D2 if it doesn't get fixed soon. Now I'm hoping after this season they will get rid of the anti-swords, the auto rifle meta. But these small steps need to happen quickly if they do want to keep the player base. Now same with D2, start of the year. When it first come out, it was dead, it was dry, it lost a lot of its fan base. Did gain a lot of people back with Forsaken, then it dried up, then it got it back with Shadowkeep, and now we're at that point where it is drying up. So the only thing they need to do is keep it consistent throughout the year. Now I know I have rambled on, so I'm going to pretty much end it there. I do believe there's a lot could literally talk about it all day if I really wanted to, but I'm going to try and keep it under 15 minutes, and hopefully if you guys do want a discussion, leave it down in the comment section. Comment on any points I did make. But if you are new, make sure to subscribe, because I'm going to stick at Destiny 2 even though we're at a dry spell at the minute. Make sure you do check out the streams, check out my videos, try and promote obviously the other YouTubers around, try and get some good, obviously some positivity throughout the videos, because it is a lot of negative stuff at the minute. But as always guys, remember to sub, drop a like, and I'll catch you in the next one.